Hey, today we are at Exodus chapter 5 and chapter 6. We're getting to see how Moses and Aaron are dealing with the Pharaoh of Egypt and what is really happening with the Israelites. And it's just not pretty. They're in bad situation. So let's go ahead and jump into Exodus chapter 5 and Exodus chapter 6. Moses and Aaron went to the king of Egypt and told him, the Lord God says, let my people go into the desert so they can honor me with a celebration there. Who is this Lord, and why should I obey him? The king replied. I refuse to let you and your people go. They answered, the Lord God of the Hebrews has appeared to us. Please let us walk 3 days into the desert where we can offer sacrifices to him. If you don't, he may strike us down with terrible troubles or with war. The king said, Moses and Aaron, why are you keeping these people from working? Look at how many you are keeping from doing their work. Now, everyone, get back to work. That same day, the king gave orders to his slave bosses and to the men directly in charge of the Israelite slaves, and he told them, don't give the slaves any more straw to put in their bricks. Force them to find their own straw wherever they can, but they must make the same number of bricks as before. They are lazy, or else they would not beg me to let them go and sacrifice to their God. Make them work so hard that they won't have time to listen to these lies. The slave bosses and the men in charge of the slaves went out and told them, the king says he will not give you any more straw. Go and find your own straw wherever you can, but you must still make as many bricks as before. The slaves went all over Egypt looking for straw, but the slave bosses were hard on them and kept saying, each day you have to make as many bricks as you did when you were given straw. The bosses beat the men in charge of the slaves and said, why didn't you force the slaves to make as many bricks yesterday and today as they did before? Finally, the men in charge of the slaves went to the king and said, why are you treating us like this? No one brings us any straw, but we are still ordered to make the same number of bricks. We are beaten with whips, and your own people are to blame. The king replied, you are lazy, nothing but lazy. That's why you keep asking me to let you go and sacrifice to your Lord. Get back to work. You won't be given straw, but you must still make the same number of bricks. The men knew they were in deep trouble when they were ordered to make the same number of bricks each day. After they left the king, they went to see Moses and Aaron, who had been waiting for them. Then the men said, we hope the Lord will punish both of you for making the king and his officials hate us. Now they even have an excuse to kill us. Moses left them and he prayed, O Lord, why have you brought so much trouble on your people? Is that why you sent me here? Ever since you told me to speak to the king, he has caused nothing but trouble for these people, and you haven't done a thing to help. The Lord God told Moses, soon you will see what I will do to the king. Because of my mighty power, he will let my people go, and he will even chase them out of his country. My name is the Lord. But when I appeared to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I came as God all-powerful and did not use my name. I made an agreement, promised them the land of Canaan, where they were living as foreigners. Now I have seen how the people of Israel are suffering because of the Egyptians, and I will keep my promise. Here is my message for Israel. I am the Lord, and with my mighty power I will punish the Egyptians and free you from slavery. I will accept you as my people, and I will be your God. Then you will know that I was the one who rescued you from the Egyptians. I will bring you into the land that I solemnly promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and it will be yours. I am the Lord. Then Moses told this to the Israelites, and they were too discouraged and mistreated to believe him. Then the Lord told Moses to demand that the king of Egypt let the Israelites leave. But Moses replied, I'm not a powerful speaker. If the Israelites won't listen to me, why should the king of Egypt? But the Lord sent Aaron and Moses with a message for the Israelites and for the king. And he also ordered Aaron and Moses to free the people from Egypt. The following men were the heads of their ancestral clans. The sons of Reuben, Jacob's oldest son, was Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul, the son of a Canaanite woman. Levi lived to be 137. His sons were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Gershon's sons were Libni and Shimei. Kohath lived to be 133. His sons were Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. Merari's sons were Mali and Mushi. All of the above were from the Levi tribe. Amram lived to be 137. He married his father's sister, Jochebed, and they had two sons, Aaron and Moses. Ishar's sons were Korah, Nepheg, and Zikri. Uziel's sons were Mishael, Elizaphan, and Sithri. Aaron married Elisheba. She was the daughter of Amminadab and the sister of Nahshon. They had four sons, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Korah's sons were Asur, Elkanah, and Abias. Aaron's son Eleazar married one of Putiel's daughters, and their son was Phinehas. This ends the list of those who were the heads of the clans of the Levi tribe. The Lord had commanded Aaron and Moses to lead every family and tribe of Israel out of Egypt, and so they ordered the king of Egypt to set the people of Israel free. When the Lord spoke to Moses in the land of Egypt, he said, I am the Lord. Tell the king of Egypt everything I say to you. But Moses answered, You know I am a very poor speaker, and the king will never listen to me. So what we find is that Moses continues to have excuses, but God has put him in a tough position. He's supposed to speak for Israel. He's supposed to have speeches before the king, and he has no power except the power of God. And he doesn't really realize how much power God has. And we're going to see that happen in the next couple of chapters. Have a great day.